Today, I'm going to be building a farm for every crop in Minecraft Skyblock. And the great thing about these farms is they're all going to run automatically once they've been built, so that I'm able to sit back, relax, and AFK while I rake in the dough. As always, if you guys want to play on my Skyblock server with me, the Pawn MC, then you guys can use this IP on screen right now to connect on either the Java or Bedrock edition of Minecraft. And more info on how to get playing is down below in the description. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it feels good to be back on Skyblock, where this rinky-dinky old farm is going to be getting transformed into an area that contains every single farm in Minecraft. And the reason to do this is incredibly simple. On the server, crops can be sold for money. And usually they're a pretty good early game way to make money. You know, I could sell for like $5 a piece. There's a quick $50. But as you guys know, in the last episode, I spent like 12 hours mining 1,000,000 blocks. I made like $30 million. And as you can see, we only have around 5 million left. And that's because I did a little bit of shopping and picked up a farming collector, a crop hopper, and a harvester hoe. Now, each one of these items are very special in their own right, and they are each going to help me out tremendously in today's video. But we're going to start off with the simplest one, and that is the harvester hoe. And oh, that sound is terrible. But basically, as you can tell, using the harvester hoe, any crop that I harvest or I mine, it will automatically take the crop, sell it for its worth. So for me right now, we're actually, this right here is a 1.5x multiplier, which means that instead of just getting like $5, we're actually getting 50% extra. And you can see it automatically replants the wheat, so that all we have to do is just, I could close my eyes and do this. I am closing my eyes. I'm doing this. It's that easy. So this is the first pretty OP method to collect and sell crops in Skyblock. Now the next one is a little bit more complicated, but it is a crop hopper, where any crop that is grown or harvested in the border of a chunk will be put into this crop hopper. However, this crop hopper doesn't automatically replant the goods, and it only works within the boundaries of one chunk. So it is really good with things like melons and pumpkins that automatically grow without having to be replanted. So that's what I'm going to be using this for. And then this last thing, it's just straight overpowered. This is a farming collector, where once you place it down, any crop within the vicinity, I think it's like a 3x3 or 4x4 square, it will automatically just continuously collect the crop, and it doesn't have to be broken and replaced. You'll see it update here in a second, where the worth in the total items, there you go, just got updated $10,000. And this thing collected 700 carrots. And once again, I'm going to be totally honest, this thing is some witchcraft and wizardry, but it is going to be very, very, very helpful when making some of the farms today. However, I'm going to leave this one to last because it's so good. It feels like I'm cheating a little. So we're going to go ahead and put all this up for now because we have quite a bit of building and organizing to do. All right, so right here we have transformed the farm to contain wheat. These are potatoes, if you can sort of see right there. And then these, with a little bit of orange sticking out of the ground, these are carrots. So you have 3 crops in this one farm, just kind of like a multi-purpose all-use farm. And then this right here, this is the one chunk that I'm going to be putting both melons and pumpkins in using the crop hopper. But once these crops are grown, we'll be able to just come along and spam our harvester hoe and instantly collect, sell, and replant all of the crops that we have down here, which is amazing because this requires like 0 effort. Now, next up on the farms, we have sugarcane and bamboo. Now, the cool thing is using the harvester hoe, if you harvest just the bottom one, same thing. It'll actually sell both the top and the bottom piece. And the awesome thing with these is these just regrow automatically. So I can just harvest these, fly down the layer, get all my money. Even though bamboo doesn't need water to grow, you can just place bamboo wherever you want. I think mixing it in with the sugarcane will actually look pretty cool. So it might not be incredibly efficient, but then again, bamboo and sugarcane don't sell for like an insane amount in the shop. What we can also do is oscillate these actually, so it'll be bamboo here. Wait, what the heck? Bamboo here, and then sugarcane. All right, I mean, I hope it looks cool. Hope this works. Hope I'm not wasting my time. Okay, yeah, after testing, I don't think, oh, I just messed this up, dude, didn't I? Because typically you can just fly down and like harvest the sugarcane. Maybe this will be an aesthetic farm, you know? Because I also just found out that bamboo gives an absurd amount of money. Look at this. $60 for the harvester hoe. That was $300 for bamboo. I don't know why it's so good. So I think we might be making our own dedicated bamboo farm. So this could just be like a pure aesthetic farm. Okay, never mind. I have a plan. I'm gonna fix it. Give me a second. All right, we got it fixed up to where we can now fly in between each layer and just look at the top row, because obviously if I break the bottom crop, well, then the crop doesn't function anymore. So this just ensures we can nicely fly along here, harvest all of the crops, turn around and do it for the other side. It's a pretty straightforward way of going about things. But also, okay, this actually looks way better than I thought. We should be able to harvest these potatoes and then fill up some of the remaining gaps that we have. All right, and we got everything filled out. So that means we have 5 of the farms completed now. On to the next. And that is going to be the melon pumpkin farm that is right here, which in order to do this, we have to first build a layer of dirt. Once that's done, I have to punch holes in very specific places so that all of these crops can be watered by just 4 water buckets. Once that's done, I go ahead and make a zigzag or checkerboard pattern with my hoe. This will allow me to have the maximum efficiency rate for this farm, because once again, as soon as these crops grow, they're going to be harvested. So every crop here is going to have up to 4 spawning spaces for the melon or pumpkin to grow on, which is the maximum efficiency for a farm like this. And then I gather up 2 stacks of seeds, because that is how many seeds I can plant per layer. And then that's it. Once the first layer is done, you go up and you just build another layer. Now I'm going to be building 6 layers in total, 3 pumpkin, 3 melons. Building farms like this aren't necessarily the meta this season, so there's no reason for me to go absolutely ham. Instead, I should really go back and focus on that bamboo. But regardless, I feel like 6 is a nice number of layers for this farm. And once all of the farm is built, we can go ahead and put in the final thing that actually makes it work, which is this crop hopper, which once we place this down, we can just place it anywhere. It's already working. Any melon or pumpkin that grows will be automatically harvested and collected into this hopper. So we can just go ahead and break this layer real quick. So that way, these melons can go ahead and get growing. All right, the crop hopper is full, which is not good. But we can go ahead and make a pretty small collection system. We'll expand this in just a moment. Well, this will allow the farm to at least get up and running, and we should be able to see hopefully some crops come out of the crop hopper. Hey, there we go. So you can see they enter and they get funneled into this chest system here. But also just realized that I have so much water falling through. This looks ugly. Give me one moment. All right, that is a whole lot better. And with the pumpkin and melon farms now done, we have 7 of the 9 crops completed, which just leaves the last 2, cactus and netherwort. Now, because I want to keep the symmetry of everything, I've decided to put the cactus farm right here next to the melon and pumpkin farm, and then have these long rows of soul sand, which is where I'm going to be planting the netherwort, because netherwort doesn't actually need any water or anything to grow, so it's a super easy farm to make. So we're just gonna go ahead and get all this soul sand planted down, get the netherwort in place, and then we'll only have 1 farm left to get done. Now, building cactus farms in survival sucks. Unequivocally, it just is terrible. But in Skyblock, I can fly, and flying makes it a whole lot easier, because you can just zip around in between the cactus without getting damaged, not having to worry about scaffolding or anything like that. So it's gonna be a pretty small farm. It only takes up 1 chunk. And I know cactus farms are actually farms in general just pretty good right now, but all these are just kind of micro farms. I just want to have this area look pretty, because when you build like really massive farms, typically they don't ever really look good. So these are my publicly amazing looking farms, and then maybe down below at the bottom of the island, later on, I'll make some just huge, bad-looking ones that make me tons and tons of money. All right, and the cactus farm is complete. Once again, it's a little small. I'm not denying that. But as you can see, it's already producing cactus. We'll go over here, collect all that we have. It's like 2 stacks, nothing crazy. Eventually, I can unlock the crop growth booster. Costs a pretty penny, as you can see. But we can get up to a 50% crop growth increase so that our crops, they grow 50% faster. All right, and with the cactus farm built and with all of the netherwort planted, it is done. We have 1 more thing to do. Don't think I forgot about the farming collector. I don't really know where to place this, because it's kind of like a magical being. I just don't know. Like, everything is slotted so nicely here. Oh, that actually looks really cool. You know, maybe we'll just chuck it right. Oh, that sheep just spawned, I'm pretty sure. Chuck it right here. Oh, maybe I'll put it, looks weird being one below. There we go. So now I'm gonna go grab one crop from everything that we've just planted. All right, and with the melon seed and the pumpkin seeds. Oh man, this is gonna be expensive. I need to bone meal these up. That's probably a little bit too much bone meal. That's way too much bone meal, but that's all right. And then that water there should turn these to farmland pretty soon. Oh, there you go. Like wet farmland, I guess is the word I'm looking for. But as you can see, it's already working. It's not collecting bamboo for some reason, which I'm not shocked. And I don't think it's collecting sugarcane either. So if that doesn't work, I think the most profitable crop here does happen to be carrots. So I'm more than happy to just replace these items with carrots. And I'm actually wondering, will it collect? Maybe it only collects these crops right here that can be grown. Maybe, I mean, we'll have to see for melons and pumpkins, but definitely does not look like it's collecting any amount of sugarcane at the moment. Yeah, for sure no sugarcane, so we can go ahead and get rid of this. And then it just updated no pumpkins either. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna have it just be a bunch of carrots because I'm pretty sure they sell for the most. And then I'm gonna go ahead, sell all of the items, and then we'll do like a 5-minute AFK session and see how much money this thing just makes. Well, I do absolutely nothing. Okay, 5 minutes later, 13,000. All right, so I figured out that actually the best thing to do is make a 20 by 20 field of carrots and then just put the farming collector in the middle of them. So now we're gonna see if this made any difference, because if we go here, we can see that the radius is actually 10. And so in theory, it should be harvesting all these carrots. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I think it's a little better. Like every minute this makes 10,000 bucks. So it makes like 600K an hour just sitting here in this field by itself, which I can't complain. And then once again, we can frolic through the fields, collecting whatever resources we want, making as much money as possible. And then when we've done all that, we can run over here and do the exact same thing. Oh wait, I'm out of crops everywhere else. Well, that's no problem for me, as we can head to our sugarcane and bamboo farm and also sell these bad boys. So yeah, we have a lot of options when it comes to farming and getting money now on the island. As always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you check the information down below on how to join the server today. Anyways, it's been a Ducky the Gamer, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.